Hey everybody, I'm Jack with Future Pastimes. I'm a board game designer. I work on Dune-themed games and expansions and other games as well. But I also like to make custom expansions and components for other games that I play and enjoy. And one of my favorite games is Robo Rally. This is the edition that I still have and use. And I created this variant that uses these tokens. So these little tokens get placed face down. That's what the backs look like. These are the backs of the tokens, and the faces have a lot of different effects. So they get placed in different parts of the board, and it gives the players other things that they can go after rather than just trying to get from flag 1 to 2 to 3, etc., with a variety of effects, one of which is that you can just score victory points. So we have an alternate path to victory. You can go by the flags, and flags are worth points as well. So we vary up what the victory conditions are and the point values, but there's a lot of different ones. Some of them you're only getting a single point, but there are a couple of 5-point tokens. So those are fun to get. There's also a couple other effects as well. So you've got spaces on the board that have the wrench or have the wrench and the hammer, and those have different effects like letting you repair one if you end a register phase on there, and the crossed wrench and hammer lets you also get an option card. And then you can also, when if your robot gets destroyed, you can you can move your little respawn token to one of these so that you're starting somewhere else on the board, which can be very handy. Normally you can do that on the flag. Once you reach a flag, you can advance your thing there, but if you're one of the first players to get to the flag and you're respawning there, you're normally surrounded by robots, which of course is half of the fun. There are also some other special effects in here. So one example is this, and it's a unique ability for your robot. So I made these cards that the idea here is that there's one for each of the robots. So this is Twitch, we've got Hammerbot, we've got Squashbot, we've got Twonky, and all the rest of them, and they each have a unique ability, but you have to unlock it. So this is one of the ways that you can unlock it. So I'll give you an example. This is Twitch. Each register phase, you may choose to move before a robot with a higher priority number program card. So that can be handy. Another example this is the one for Zoombot. So once per turn, when you reveal a Move 3 program card, you may move one additional space. So that can be pretty handy. This is the one that I usually play with, which is Spinbot. Once per turn, when you reveal a Rotate Left or a Rotate Right program card, you may rotate twice in the same direction. So it lets you spin a little bit more. But there are also some tokens like this one that lets you remove a damage token. But there's some booby traps. So there's one that actually does damage you, and there's a token that lets you look at 2 other tokens and then decide to swap their places as well. So that can be a fun alternative. So I enjoy these tokens. I'm going to probably come up with some ideas for some other effects that I think will be fun. And there could be like one that lets you stop a conveyor from moving. So you hold on to it till you need to use it. And then you can say, no, I'm not going to move. The conveyor won't move, and that'll affect that whole conveyor. So if for some reason somebody else is on it, they would also not move at the end of that register phase. Same thing with like the gears. So it might be some sort of, shutdown, temporary shutdown. I'm trying to decide if it's going to shut everything down on the board or if it's just going to be localized. And maybe, you use it, you don't even have to be on the conveyor. You can just use it to screw somebody else up. So when they're on the conveyor, you can go, you know what? I know that you thought that was going to work out for you, but let's see what happens if we can cause that to shut down, and some other fun stuff. So if you've got some fun ideas for token effects, by all means, share them in the comments, and I'll do a follow-up once I've made another set. I've got enough interesting ideas for doing that, and some effects that might be specifically useful on some of the special boards like the water board or the fire board, stuff like that. Don't get to play those as much because normally I'm teaching somebody new, so I'm like, all right, you're not ready for that board. But maybe with some of these tokens to mitigate the effects might be worth. Probably not still, but it is a game that I enjoy, especially if I have a higher player count. So yeah, we played this one right before the end of the new year, the last time, and I think there were 6 of us, so it was a good mix. Half of the people there had never played it before, so it was fun watching them try to figure out which way am I turning here, or turning left. Like, oh no, I've messed up. But that's half the fun. So that's it for this one. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you again soon.